Getting started in Palworld is fairly easy, but if you're a new player, it's not exactly intuitive. Avoid the pitfalls of trial and error. Make your initiation smoother by saving yourself valuable time, which would otherwise be spent learning the hard way. Here are 10 tips for success as a beginner in Palworld. Tip 1 is all about movement. One of your most effective tools to prevent death during combat is the roll. When an enemy is about to attack, tap control while moving in the direction you want to roll. If timed correctly, you will evade the attack completely. Just be careful as you are unable to do so if you are out of stamina. Another advanced movement tip is the slide. To do this, crouch while sprinting downhill. If done correctly, you should slide to the bottom of the slope. This greatly increases movement speed and can be used in conjunction with a glider once you can make one to achieve insane glider speeds. Tip 2, make basic tools as soon as possible. Collect all the sticks and rocks you come across so you can slap down a workbench. It's not really important where you put this down because you can deconstruct it once you're finished using it. After constructing it, use it to make a stone axe, club, and pickaxe. I find that it is super helpful to have these tools in the beginning. This will greatly increase your resource gathering speed until you can get pals to gather for you because you're going to need a lot of resources. And from what I found, punching rocks and trees just isn't very efficient in this game. Now that you've made your tools, you can deconstruct the workbench by accessing the build menu and then selecting deconstruct mode with C. Tip 3, skill points. As you level up, you're going to receive points to increase your stats. I prefer to put all my initial points into carry as I'm a bit of a hoarder, but health and stamina are good categories to start in as well. Tip 4, explore. You can climb just about any surface in this game, which is pretty awesome. Just keep an eye on your stamina as you will fall when it runs out. But don't worry, even though fall damage is a thing in this game, you have to fall pretty far for it to be serious. Now at some point, the tutorial will encourage you to start thinking about a base, but don't do it yet as it will slow down your progression. For now, you can find everything you need while exploring. Plus, there are chests strewn across the map, sometimes with really good items in them. Besides, there's a better place for a first base than here in the starting area. This will also give us an opportunity to catch a few specific pals that are well suited for working at your base. Tip 5, choosing the right pals. Each pal has certain tasks that they can do that correspond to different tasks that need to be done around your base. Therefore, finding the right pal for the right job is critical to getting your resource gathering and crafting automated. I recommend at least one of each of the following: a Kativa for general tasks and stone mining, a Pinglet or T-Font for watering plants, a Gummoss for planting, a Tansy mainly for lumber, but also planting if you don't find a Gummoss, and a Vixie for ranching pal spheres, though I would strongly advise 2 Vixies to make farming faster. The only pal on this list that you shouldn't find on your way to our next tips location should be the Vixies, which can be found in this orange area over here. Tip 6, base location. The game will let you put a base just about anywhere, however I recommend one spot in particular. It can be found here at these coordinates. It is a bit of a hike from the starting area, but we're already out exploring, so why not pay it a visit? You can get to it by following this path from the starting area. Oh, and don't forget to unlock the fast travel locations along the way. Why this site for a base? Because it is naturally fortified from raids, and it has tons of ore nodes, which will be needed in the near future. Now you may notice that this spot doesn't have many trees, or any stone nodes for that matter, but we won't need those once we unlock and build quarries, and that will happen very quickly starting this way. In the meantime, we can use what we already have gathered and collect the rest with our tools. Tip 7, when you're at your base, be sure to have a pal from your party out. They will do tasks alongside your base pals. Hey, every bit helps. Tip 8, unlock and craft the shield and the glider as soon as you can. Both of these are an absolute game changer. The shield will keep you alive, especially when you start fighting bosses, and the glider will make traversing the map much easier and much quicker. Tip 9, once you get your base established and are able to unlock pal ranching, go ahead and build a ranch and assign your Vixies to it. The Vixies will dig up items such as arrows, but more importantly pal spheres. This effectively puts them on farm, and you shouldn't have to craft any more of them other than the one required for the starter quest. Tip 10, try to catch 10 of each pal. Now that you have infinite pal spheres on farm, try to catch 10 of each pal. Start with the lower level ones from the starting area. You can fast travel back there from your pal box. What makes this so overpowered is that not only will you still receive the same items the pal would have dropped if you had killed it, but you will also get a huge XP bonus for catching the first 10. This is a great way to level up once you get your starter base cranking out pal spheres. So, what do you think? Did I leave out any important tips? Do you have any you'd like to add? Be sure to drop them in the comments below, and go ahead and capture that level 9 like button while you're down there. Until next time, friends, later!